I'm a very difficult person at times. Right? Ask an employee. So what else? Colleagues, okay. If you can give some particular situation, you'll be good. You can give some particular situation, you'll be good. Okay. When talking, okay, this is by okay, we got Z1 saying colleague, we got Bala saying talking to tough customers. Thanks, Bala. Okay. Customers who are tough, customers who I don't want to listen to you, customers who say, I'm right, and I am right. Okay, you are wrong and you are stupid, you're an idiot. Okay, so that's happened. But I also do courageous conversation for in customer service as well, right? So for those of you who know me long enough, I used to come up from the customer service route. So I do that as well. And this is not usually your simple one. Make it difficult. Okay. Talking to debt collectors who call to find the workers. Right? Right. I just usually tell the debt collector the person no longer works here. Can you please call the person? This is the company. We've got nothing to do with the person. The person is no longer in the company. Okay? Right? And tell them, please don't call back. I'm telling you, the person no longer works. When telling people the hard true fact that they don't want to hear otherwise. We got one person who say, click up and that. So cool. What else? Right? What else? What else do we have? What else do we have? Anyone? Come, let's go a few more. What do you think is a courageous conversation? Anyone else? Here, also same, superior, bosses, right? People who report to you. Then there's also, as I say, external stakeholders. For some of you who deal with external stakeholders, what do you mean? It could be vendors, it could be customers, it could also be what we call it, statutory bodies, okay, authorities, right? You need to work sometimes with certain authorities and they just come down and say, this is it, this is it, right? Now, some people have asked me, does it mean that we also have negotiation inside? Yes, in the normal full-day course, the full course, I would definitely put some negotiation factors inside. It is quite often. But before we even get to the negotiation aspect of it, let's be very clear. We need to start the conversation. Okay, we need to start the conversation. So Akma says, okay, right. Z1 says, giving bad news to bosses. Right? How many of you need to give bad news to bosses? Boss, it failed. Quite common, right? Right. Takkan every time we do something, we are successful, right? So, talking to peer in management level with different things and understanding to do things in the industry. Thank you, Alma. Bring that down. So all these have what I call, okay, courageous conversation. Now, what we got to do today, okay, to overcome some of these things is this, okay? But for those of you who shared, thank you very much for doing that. Thank you very much. We are going to look into a few things here. First, I'm going to go to the 3 parts of conversation. Okay. Now, at any time in time, at any point, please feel free to interrupt me by chatting or even raising your hand. I will call you. Everyone understand? Well, yeah, no problem. Jeremy is okay with all interruptions at any point of time. I'm going to ask you a simple question. What is attitude and what is action? Right? Some people cannot differentiate. Some people think the two are together, right? So we need to differentiate that. The third thing we're going to do very quickly is what do I mean by assertiveness? What is assertiveness? Then the 3 principles of better conversation, and then we got something called SATTET, step 2, courageous conversation. Okay, everybody, ready for that? So as I said, 5 key things. My slides are not many. Those of you who know me know that my slides, I don't do many slides, but what we do is a lot more practice and skills. Okay, so first part, let me just start off. Okay, in any conversation, there is something that we call emotion, logic, and reaction. Okay, in any conversation you have with it. So if you think back at all the conversations that you've had, that always these 3 elements, or more of one or the other, but there's always this combination of 3 elements in any conversation. Sometimes these elements are conveyed by the tonality. Sometimes it's by the words. Sometimes you can literally see it. Okay, right? So what does it mean? There's the heart, that's the emotional aspect of it. Okay. There is the logical aspect of it. There is the hand, the action aspect of it. Okay. A person can go, I love you. I love you. I love you. Emotionally, there are three. The words may be the same, but some of you may say, some okay lah, some not sincere. You get me? Speak too fast, not sincere. Last one, a bit more sincere, but overdone. All these raises emotion. It gives you a sense of logic, but so far, I have not done anything. You get me? Action may not be there. But what if I were to pat you on the back or say hi, hold your hand and say, I love you? Then it becomes very different. Agree? Everybody? Sure? All right? Now, please remember this. Any conversation has the three elements. Sometimes I shorten it for head, heart, and hand. The head is the logic, the heart is the emotion, and the hand, what is the hand supposed to do? Rectifying the action. All communication at this. Okay. Now, the key thing that we want to understand is how is this interpreted at times. Okay. How is this interpreted at times? And what we'll do is ask you this very critical question, right? And all these are part of conversation savviness. What's the difference between action and attitude? Okay, right. Think about it. What's the difference between action and attitude? Okay, right. Now, some people ask me, action, behavior, is it the same? Yes, it's the same. A behavior is a series of action. A behavior is a series of action. When I say action, if you want, a behavior is a series of action. So just put it together in the same lump, except that you know behaviors are many, action is usually I can say as one. Okay, now, here. So what's the difference between attitude and action? So everyone, right? For the next few seconds, let's do this. Type in or say out to me, I'm okay, right? If you want to talk, just unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself anytime. Tell me, what is action? What is attitude? What is the difference between the two? Let's go. Right? Type in the chat. If you don't want to talk, type in the chat. Okay, don't be shy, everybody. Don't expect me to be doing the talking. Okay, I always tell people I'm not here to speak. This is National Training Week. This is not National Speaking Week. If it's National Speaking Week, yes, I'm the one that's going to do 90% of the talking or 100% of the talking. Training, you need to do the work. Okay? Yes, Bala, go.
Yeah, I'm thinking action is like a task that is performed, then attitude may be the character.
Okay. What do you mean by character?
The character that the person himself have. That means the individual characteristics that they have.
Okay.
That leads to the attitude lah.
Okay, good. So let me just use this as an example. Bala mentioned that character is the what do you call it? What the person has. All right. So let me ask you a question. Bala, this is the first time you're meeting me. We are 10 minutes in the conversation. Do you really know my character?
Wouldn't know.
Wouldn't, right? We have been talking for about half an hour. Will you know my character?
Maybe some.
Maybe some. Okay. Right. So what does character really mean? So character, when you say you know my character, okay, I've got some, okay. Attitude refers to a person, mindset, and belief, can influence or motivate, okay? That's from Simon. Action is behavior toward others. Attitude is the way we think or feel, okay? Siwan is using my words. Siwan, okay. Now, for those of you who are new, right, and you have been to my session before, you know that I like to be very distinct with this. As a matter of fact, this morning when I was doing coaching with this group of people, but I was very clear and distinct until they go, yeah, I get it. I get why sometimes my coaching don't work. It's because I'm too focused on the wrong aspect of it. Okay, so let me just give you a very brief breakdown. And I will also go into your character as well. Okay, do you see action or you see attitude? Do you see action or you see attitude? Okay, this is what I mean by action. Right? All these are facial expression, all these are what we mean. Anything that moves is action. So I'm talking about the movement of the human body. You get me? So do you see action or you see attitude? Anybody? Do you see the action or you see the action? So everyone, we see action, right? We don't see attitude. So where in the world do we come up with the attitude? So how do we derive this thing called attitude? You see my action. Okay? Jeremy could be doing this. All right. Based on doing this, you say Jeremy has a greeting action, correct? All right. So what Jeremy's attitude whenever he's doing this action? All right. So good. So when you say, oh, you act on something, you show anger. The showing of anger is an angry face, correct? Right. So this is what Nagesh is showing. It's the words, it's the expression, it's the emotion, all these are action. But when Jeremy is doing this action, what could Jeremy's attitude be? Smile all the time. Okay, I'm smiling. All right, Adi, I'm smiling. So what should I be doing? Come on. I'm greeting. Yeah, I'm greeting. I'm greeting. What else? What's my attitude? I'm happy. Okay, happiness is it. What? Simon says I'm positive. Okay. Bala says I'm happy. Adi says I'm friendly. Okay. Now, is that your perception of me or that really what I'm thinking or feeling? So, example, Hadi says friendly. Your perception of this, or am I really friendly? Hey, serial killers are very friendly people, no? Okay, just joking, but no, but it's true. You know what I mean? No? It's our perception, right? It's our perception. How many of you in the customer service industry or any industry, hey, smile when the customer coming in, can or not? Smile, please smile, everybody. So 2 minutes before we open the door, everyone is 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 seconds before the door open. When the customer open, when I just like all these are just fake. Agree? Okay. Now, what I'm saying here is this. Okay, there is a very big difference between action and attitude. As Siwan mentioned earlier. Okay, Siwan, thank you, because she's been in my session before and she remembers this. Thank you. Right. Attitude is the way we think or feel about something or someone. Again, attitude is the way we think or feel about something or someone. Example, right? Everyone, you like the color red? How many of you like the color red? Nizam say, yeah. Okay. He has an attitude about the color red. He likes it. You get me? Red is associated with Liverpool. No reaction, no. You just got it. Yes. Okay. Simon, thank you. No, we are the same team. Some of you go, no, it's Manchester United. See, I see the two gang down there. Simon, we need to do something about these two gang members. Okay, so what it means is this. We have an attitude about football. We have an attitude about the club. You get me? Right? We may even have an attitude about colored people. Okay? I always ask the lady this. Do you think I'm handsome? Nizam, why are you answering? I don't need your opinion on this. Okay, so this is an attitude. What's your attitude of me? Get it? It's the way you think and feel. It could be a combination of two or one or the other. It doesn't matter. That's your attitude. We cannot 100% say a person's action is related to his or her attitude. Agree? As I say, I can be smiling, right? And we have seen this many times. A person appears super happy, super joyful, and the next day he kills himself. Right? We don't know. We don't really know. So please remember this. Action is something visible. Usually we can see to a certain extent. I also say we can hear this. It's based on the movement of the person. You get me? We can see it. It's observable to a certain extent. It's observable, I'll just put it this way. But not just by the eyes, but the ears and everything. Attitude is the way I think and feel about something or someone. Okay, everyone, you get me? Now, why is this key to any conversation? Okay, so everyone, think about it. Why is this key to any conversation? Type. Okay, if you don't want to show yourself, I'm fine. Type. At least I know you're there. I know you're with me. Okay. You want to talk? Just talk. Okay. Why is it critical to conversation? The ability to differentiate between action and attitude. Why? Let me just take a. Why? Anybody? Show what is needed and keep the rest. Right? Not sure what you mean by that. Avoid misunderstanding. We do not know what the other is thinking. Yes, when we talk about in a conversation, we do not know what they are thinking unless they express it out. Okay? What people think and say is not always what they will do. What I would say, what people say and think may not even be what they say. They really think and say. Agree? What I say may not be really what I'm thinking and saying. I may be hiding behind what I say. So the words that come out, we think is good, but in actual fact, they are going the opposite direction. Not easy. That's what makes conversation difficult when there are two parties. Okay? Now, just to give you a little bit more insight into this, always remember, a person may go, okay, and nod their head, and yet do nothing. Because this is the action. Maybe because you are my superior, so I say, okay. And then after that, I don't do a single thing because my attitude about the whole situation is what you're saying doesn't make sense. But I'll say, okay, first. Because my attitude is thinking or feeling, it doesn't make sense. But since you're in front of me, you want me to show something, I say, okay. Everyone, all right so far? 10? Okay, now, Bala used the word character. Since he used the word character, I'm just going to explain character a little bit. What does the word character mean, right? Whatever I am showing or doing is actually in line with my belief system and my values. Again, whatever I'm doing or showing, saying even, is in line with my belief system or values. Okay, that is character. Oh, that's his character. That means he's like that. What do you mean like that? That is him. What he says, what he does, that's him. That's what he believes in. You get me? Okay, that's what we mean by character. When a person is doing something out of their character, then you sometimes say they are in a false sense. Right? They're showing what is false. Okay. So they could just be agreeing for the sake of agreeing, or they could be agreeing because they're scared, so therefore they agree. Now, let's move a little bit more. Everyone with me so far? Any question? You okay? Right? Are we learning something? Okay. Okay, good, right? Thank you very much. Right, let's go a little bit further. Now, all courageous conversation requires assertiveness. Okay, Ken? All courageous conversation requires assertiveness. Anytime you want to put a point across in any conversation, assertiveness is a must. You cannot go, no, you have to be assertive. But there are many ways of being assertive. Now, assertiveness is the ability to communicate your honest feeling, needs, opinion, and beliefs in an open and honest way, right? Without, and this is where the caveat comes, without violating the rights of others. It is the middle ground between being a bully and a doormat. Well, okay. So what does that mean? Right? Now, this is what we mean. If it's all about your needs, you're being aggressive. I want to eat Tankati fried chicken tonight. I don't care. I want. Aggressive. Unless you're the only person talking to your dog, then no problem. Right? You're just stating that you want to eat KFC tonight. Right? But if the other person said, I want McDonald's tonight, right? Then two of you are in a conversation. Then you have your needs and their needs. If you keep jumping and insisting that you want KFC, then aggressive is coming. If the person goes, okay, you go, I'll go with you and have your KFC, and they give it up, right? Or worse still, they don't even tell you they would like to have McDonald's. You get me? They are being passive. Now, let me ask you this question. Gentlemen, I'm sure you cannot do it many times. Okay? You ask your girlfriend last time, or you ask your spouse now. I better use your spouse now. Darling, what you want for dinner tonight? You go out for dinner, what you want? And your darling goes, anything? Okay. So what do you do next? Hey, come on. Okay, ladies, you can also answer this. Okay. So how many of you ladies, when your when your husband or your boyfriend or your other half asks you, okay, let's go out for dinner tonight, what would you like for dinner? What do you want? Find a Naga goes, find a shop that's a favorite. V1 says, don't know. Okay. Naga, you need to teach us how do you go to find a place that's favorite? Would you like to go to your favorite place? Right. So Hadi goes will give suggestion. Now, there will of course be individual, the other half, who say, you decide. Betul? Then whatever you decide, they will say no. Agree? Right? So my suggestion is, are they being assertive? My question is, are they being assertive? No, you ask me, Jeremy, what do you want for dinner? I don't know lah, you decide. Then you decide on something, then I say, no lah. So am I being assertive or not? Even though Japanese food, no lah, Chinese food, good man, Western food, even. Best one, anything you want. Look at Steven, okay, Steven? Steven, I'll give you free coaching session later after this. Okay, okay. Right, Steven is a man of culture, man. Anything you want, anything I critically okay, anything I okay. I critically anything I okay. What a scary part, man. If the response is I critically anything okay, oh, that one you should be very scared. Okay. Steven is a man of culture. I would say Steven is the other half is but are they being assertive? That's my question. Are they stepping in or not? Are we okay? Now, it's something to think about. So let's go through some exercise because as I said, aggressive is just stating my need. But this person never state need. This person went and go, you decide. That's it, no. How? Are they being assertive? But sometimes assertive and aggressive, passive and assertive, aggressive are very easy to see. The person keep quiet, doesn't say anything, passive lah. Betul tak? Right? The person says a lot of things and keep on saying me, aggressive. So, but the person goes, you decide, and then after that goes no. You give another suggestion, they go no. It's like Japanese food, no lah. Chinese food, good man. Western food, right? Anything you want, I critically anything also can lah. Wow, that one very difficult to count team lah. Even. So, by the person being assertive. Now, let me just give you a few examples. Okay, you tell me. One, reluctant to express own opinion and feeling. The person is assertive, aggressive, or passive. So, okay. Number one, right? You can quickly do this exercise. One, all right, assertive. Two, passive. Three, whatever. So, argues with others. This person argues with others. Aggressive, assertive, passive, or there's something else that we need to know. Rarely aware of the needs of others. My way, right? What about this? Complaints when not up to their expectation. Complain when not up to their expectation. You order something and it's not up to expectation. You went to KFC, you order chicken, you order the chicken and the chicken came in very small big sizes. So when you complain, aggressive, assertive, or passive, right? You feel used by others. Which one is it? Others must accommodate them. Others must accommodate them. Always refrain from complaining. Always, the word here is winning every argument. Number 8. 9. Find it difficult to refuse the request of others. That means when someone asks them to do something, this person, yeah, I think I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Okay. Now, number 10, works on special agenda, on personal agenda. Sorry, it's always their personal agenda. Okay. 11, makes compromise for harmony with loved ones. 12, give view of the majority. Give in to the view of the majority. So we voted. Even though I don't want, but I look at the majority, maybe 51, 52, 53%, or 60%, or 70%, I go, okay lah, never mind. Give in. 13, choose to keep quiet when the other is loud. We'll share thoughts later. Okay. Right? So, quick one. Okay. Which one you think is aggressive? Which one you think is assertive? Which one you think is passive? Okay. Just give you a sense. Wow. Nick, so far Diana. Cepat ni. Okay. Passive. Okay. Aggressive. Argues with others. Aggressive. Okay. I mean, look at the chat. Diana, thank you for doing this. Thank you for giving your opinion. Remember, this is her opinion. If this is the opinion, this is what it means. This is her attitude about it. Your opinion is your attitude about it. You get me? Again, opinions are expressed, right? Expressed. I think this is it. I feel. In this case, I would do this. These are your attitude about it, provided it's true. Okay? You're not filtering anything. Thinking, feeling are your attitude about it. When you give it, it becomes your opinion. So, he says, reluctant to express own opinion and feeling, passive. Are we okay? Everyone agree? Cool, huh? Okay. Doer, okay, aggressive, argues with others. No problem? Right? Now, what if I argue with others about a point that is true? I didn't argue about me. I'm right. I'm telling you, this is a fact. You all don't believe the fact, so I argue with you on the fact. Then it becomes more assertive, right? You get what I mean? Okay? Now, this is always somewhere borderline. Always remember that, okay? Right? And we need to be aware, when are we assertive, when are we aggressive. For those of us who are passive, please be more assertive. For those who are assertive, you can be borderline aggressive. You just need to be clear. Rarely aware of the needs of others, that's aggressive. Yes, if a person is always me, I, this is the way, it's always aggressive. Complaints when not up to their expectation, that is assertive. You get me? But when the facts are presented, let's be frank, the person should go, okay, accept or don't accept. But if the person goes, oi, I don't believe you, this is stupid, this is madness, then they are gone aggressive. Okay? Now, so please, complain when not up to expectation is usually assertive. No problem there. Feel used by others. If I feel used by others, number 5 is passive. No problem there. Everyone, cool, chill. Okay. Hey, give me a thumbs up lah. Kalau okay. Right, sorry. Right, give me a thumbs up. Cool. Now, others must accommodate them. Kalau others must always accommodate them. Okay. Is it aggressive or assertive? Someone always, hey, my way, my way. Okay. What do you want to makan? Anything? Okay, we go to KFC. Go to KFC. Aggressive. They don't listen. But if the person goes my way, but when the other party says no, then it could be assertive. Are we okay here? But with always, usually it's aggressive. Refrain from complaining. Number 7, refrain from complaining. Then that becomes assertive. Passive, sorry, passive. Win every argument. This person, whenever you talk to them, argue with them, must always have the last say on. You know what I mean? Must always say the last thing. Right? Some of them may just say the last thing and walk away after that. Okay? So this is usually aggressive. Okay? They don't listen to other people's point of view. They only listen to their point of view. Okay, number 8, right? Number 8, I would say is aggressive, right? Right, Diana, but if you have another circumstances, let me know. Number 9, find it difficult to refuse the request of others. Number 9, this is passive. Okay. Number 10, always work on their own agenda. Okay. My thing is, with here, number 10 is assertive, right? And I would normally put assertive until because why? We are all inherently selfish. You get me? We will always safeguard ourselves first. If we do something first, usually it must be forced or we are motivated by something, because all of us are inherently selfish. Now, but to hold on to that selfishness, that means I work on my own personal agenda without regard for other people's agenda, then it becomes aggressive. But the moment I am working with me on my own agenda, but when you share your agenda, I also go, oh, okay, come, because then it is still assertive. We need to be okay with this. Now, make compromise for harmony with loved ones. Number 11. This is a choice that an assertive person has made. They are playing a smart game. Okay. Number 12, give in to the views of majority. Again, if you say 12, I would also say it's assertive because it's the majority. They need to look. Will they sometimes argue a bit? They may, but ultimately, when the action is they go along, I would say it's assertive. If they choose to take a different action than the majority, then they are being aggressive. Now, last but not least, 13. Choose to be quiet when the other is loud. We'll share thoughts later. Now, again, right? This is something I will call assertive. because I know better. Let's not argue about this. Let the person cool down first. Cool down, then I talk. Because sometimes if the other party is loud, they are shooting the thing. Hey, it's better to just take a chill out a little bit. Don't get into this heated argument. There may not be a point, but I'm still going to stand on my point. My point is, once you calm down, I will come and talk to you. Once there's a bit more, less emotion, more logic in this conversation, I will come to you. Remember, all communication has 3 factors. Normally, we leave the action to the last. But between the logic and the emotion is always usually louder. The feelings are usually always louder. Make sense? So when the emotions are super strong, it is quite common for anyone who is a bit more mature or EQ orientated, but they will tend to take a stand back and go, okay, let the person emotional relief be done first. Then we come in the logic. Same thing managing difficult customers, right? They scream, they shout. That's the emotional aspect. Let them do it. Then we come in to handle the logic once they have doubt. Anyone okay with this so far? You get me? Cool. Right. And if you're all right, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Right, thumbs up. Yep. Okay. Hey, come on, let me see a few thumbs up so I know that you're there. Okay. Right. So please ask questions, everybody. Right. Please ask questions. Right. I don't have many more slides already. I'm coming to the end. As I said, I'll give some time. We'll do some quick discussion, and at the end of it, I hope to just run through something for all of you to get a graph of what we're covering. Right. I know this workshop is I don't get to practice much skill, but if you run with me for a 2-day workshop, I usually do a lot of skill sets. Okay. Now, everyone fine, huh? Now, let's go to the big gist. We put everything together. The 3 good principles to remember in any courageous conversation. The first one, it is not about you. Focus on that. Focus on their conversation. Focus on them. Focus on what they want. Yeah. Focus on what they are interested in. Don't lose your own focus, but focus on them. Why? Usually, conflict occurs is because party A is only thinking about party A. Party B is only thinking about party B. Party A and party B are only thinking about themselves. They are not considering the other party. Agree? And that's how conversation becomes bad. Right? And it goes emotion. I want this, I want this, I want this, I think this, I feel this, I think this, I feel this, and before we know it, World War III happens. Second principle, earn the right to move forward. Okay? Earn the right to move forward. Both parties, okay, must earn the right to move forward. Now, if both parties cannot move forward, but you want to move forward, be the bigger person. Allow the conversation to move forward. Why do I say that? Okay, everyone, right? Let me just do this. I think we've got a little bit of time here to do this, okay? Now, when I mean focus on the other party, I go back to one. What are some of the things we can do? Okay, everyone, in chat, just check it out. Right? Or you want to shout it out, please shout it out. What are some of the things we can do to focus on the other party? Right? You can type it or you can shout it out. Right? Unmute yourself and just shout it out. Come on. Let's move it to some skill sets. Okay, let's not talk about it. What's some skill set? Is there anything that we can do to focus on the other party? Not when you're talking. Good, you're allowing them to continue the conversation. What else?
Listening.
We listen.
Yeah.
We ask related questions to why we are here. We look into their needs and wants.
Yeah.
Now focusing on them. You get it? we
Yeah.
are focusing on them, right? Simple stuff that we begin with, okay? Now, what do I mean by earn the right to move forward? How do we earn the right to move forward in the conversation? What do we do?
Alignment.
Alignment is when you advance with involvement. Earn the right to move forward. Yeah, alignment is you advance with involvement. Then we start aligning each other. We start to agree. You get me now?
Okay.
Earn the right to move forward. We build something called trust. That our intention and their intention, okay, we mean no harm to each other. That, as a matter of fact, my intention had benefit to you, your intention had benefit to me. We are having this discussion to have a bigger idea what's happening. We are having this discussion to look at the strengths and weaknesses of the situation. It is not about you. It's not about me. It's about the benefit of a bigger thing. Once we can establish something like that, we have earned the right to move forward. There is, as sometimes Bala said, the next step, there's a lot more alignment. Then when the alignment is there, we can start going into the detail. The advance with involvement means we go into the details of how we can move forward together. Okay, but we still need to be agreeing that there is benefit to moving forward together. Make sense, everybody? Okay, yeah. Cool. Now, so these are three good principles to remember. I always say this at FEA. Okay, focus, earn, and advance. What is the focus? What's the earn? Now, there's another side to this. When you do the focus on the other party, before this conversation takes place, please remember what is your focus. But do not be so, I'm going to use the word dogmatic about it. I mean, do not be so crazy about your focus that your focus cannot shift. When you're so crazy about your focus or what you want and it cannot shift, then you are being aggressive. You hear me? It's just to have a general good idea where are we heading. That's the focus. It is not something specific, exact, that it becomes immovable. When something becomes immovable, that person, no matter what they do, is being aggressive. Meaning, you ask me, Jeremy, what you want? You figure it out. You ask me, Jeremy, what do you want? You figure out. Jeremy, tell me what you want. You should know what I want, what? You get me? You cannot say I'm passive. I'm just not telling it to you. So in that sense, I'm being aggressive. Get me? 10 days ago, we are talking about this. Are we still talking about this? Yes, and you should know exactly what I need. Then it becomes a big issue. Because why? I have become an immovable object. My thought, my aim, my focus has become an immovable object. That means I'm being aggressive, even though I'm not saying much. Everyone okay? Is that cool? So, in any courageous conversation, do not be that immovable object. It does not help the situation. There's always ways to move. But if one party sticks and just doesn't move, refuse to move, die also must be that, then it becomes very difficult. Right? Okay? And I normally say, if that's the case, we go back to trust. Build trust, build relationship, build engagement. Okay? Now, right. Oh, I like this. Rachel says, rephrase what they say. Good. Okay? Right? Rephrase what they say. When you are able to rephrase what they say, okay, I'm just, since Rachel put that down, I'm just going to highlight it. There's actually 5 levels of listening and how you respond to listening. The first level is always to just nod your head and say something, yes, okay, fine, I understand, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2, Rachel, is called paraphrase. Rephrase. You paraphrase what they say. That means you use that words that they use and say it out loud so that they hear it. And normally when they hear it, they tend to agree with you. And go, yeah, that's what I mean. And then they continue. Yeah, you get me. And it builds better relationships. The third phase of listening is always remember this, critical, be able to state the emotion you see or hear from them or from yourself. Well, like that, I also afraid of. You get me? Like that, I also afraid. I'm stating the emotion. Yeah, you were afraid. I was more afraid of. That's how they respond. Boom. We are now in sync. You get me? That's the third phrase, right? To be able to state the emotion you see in them, sometimes to be able to state the emotion I feel in me, right? Third phase of listening. All you need to say is a few phrases to say, oh, this is my emotion or this is what I see at it. Okay? Now, fourth level of listening is to be able to summarize well. Summarize it in a way that they will say, yes, you understand. Fourth, summarize it well, that they go, you understand. That means the other party that was talking just now, you listening, practicing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, whatever it may be, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, you say, okay, you summarize it. You summarize it, then the other party that was talking goes, thank you, you understand me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Boom, you have summarized it well. That's the fourth level of listening. Only when you get the summary and they say, yes, that's it, you get me, or they clarify a little bit, then they go, yeah, you get me. Then you can go to the fifth level. Fifth level of listening is when you actually give your interpretation, especially in courageous conversation. You don't give your interpretation till you can summarize it. Means I have focused on you. I've heard what you want. I know what you need. I have addressed some emotion here and there by level 3, right? You know we are talking the same language by level 2, and I've been very positively using my body to listen. Then when I summarize and I interpret level 4 and 5, you go, yes. So when I interpret my opinion to you, or my interpretation of the situation, right? The person is more likely to accept sebab they have already told their story. Everyone get me? Cool. It is about stories. It is about stories. Okay? If they tell their story first, right? Focus on the other party. Let them tell their story. When they tell their story, usually it's so much easier to move forward. When their stories are not told, they find it very difficult to move forward. And as you can see, I'm going to go back here, don't mind. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want to express I'm not happy with something. That's the emotional aspect. So when they don't get to tell their stories, emotionally, they have not moved. Logically, they have moved something, but somehow or other, they still tak puas hati, so they will still tell you, I'm not happy. Cool? Everybody? Right? Okay? Right. Any questions? Any questions? I'm coming to my last 2 slides. Right? Everyone, if you're okay, thumbs up. Right? Thumbs up. No question, thumbs up. If you got something, thumbs up. Okay. Good. Thank you. Naga. Okay, right. Well, there's about 74 of you, but only a few of you seem to be actively doing something. Right? Please, right, take the effort, the thumbs up or something. It'll be very helpful for me so that I know I'm doing something valuable to you, right? And if you don't think it's good, right, thumb down, then I also know I'm not doing something. I'm okay with feedback one. Okay, no problem, guys. Right? Because all this, as far as I'm concerned, is feedback. Okay. Now, Cool, everybody? Now, let me go to the last stage, okay, last one. How do you do this? Step by step. Okay. I have something called SATTEP. Okay, SATTEP. First, always be clear. What are the facts of the situation? What are the facts that happening? What are the behaviors that happen? Not attitude, not opinion. What are the facts in that situation? Okay, what are the behavior in that situation? If you don't even have this, what was the situation? Okay, that's fundamental. What was the situation? You cannot go to someone and say that, I heard customer not very happy with you. Then the person look, what do you mean customer not very happy with me? Give me an incident. Yeah, there are many incidents. That situation not clear. There were no behavior stated. Can't tell. Many is not fact. If you say there were 5, it becomes very factual. You get me? So something like that. You need to remember stuff like that. Okay. Second, always go with your story first. Let them talk. So this situation happened. Ask them, what will you do? What happened? And let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Okay. Then after they have talked and told their story, then you tell your story. But because you have their story in your head already, right? You can then angle the story better when you tell your story. Use their story to incorporate with your story so that it becomes more aligned. Okay. Now I do know not all times you get to do this way, right? So you seek. After that, please, the other T is talk tentatively. What do you mean? Start talking, start throwing things out and going out wondering, perhaps you're aware of this, perhaps you know this, and you can do that when you tell your story. If everything looks good, continue to testing, encourage testing. If something is no good and they react, ask them, what is it all about? Okay, now, but whatever you do, okay, please be very clear when it is action and when it is attitude for you. Again, when it's action, when is it attitude for you? You did this and I felt this. It's good. You did an action and because of the action, I felt like this. You did this action, I had an attitude about it. It's good. But you say, I felt like this, I felt like this, I think like this, I felt like this, I think like this, without any action, it becomes a little bit, well, not so good, and there's a high chance the conversation will go back. In coaching, I'm just linking the previous conversation. In coaching, we always tell, if possible, especially performance coaching with people, we always say this, get them to admit that that was the behavior first. Get them to agree with the behavior, action, agree. Then we give our interpretation, our attitude about that behavior. So even if our attitude is wrong about that behavior, that means they have a different set of why they do it. They have a different reason for why they did it. It allows us to fall back on the behavior and go, okay, maybe I got it wrong. Can you explain to me why you did that? Because the behavior is still confirmed. Cool, everybody? You get that? Right? Okay. Everyone, okay? I hope I'm not moving too fast. Okay. If I am, say slow down, okay, Jeremy, you're moving too fast, slow down. Okay, I've got 90 minutes, so I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna run through because I just want to do the role play a little bit. Okay, last but not least, when there is testing, you test certain things, like, am I correct? Correct. Then we can start doing towards decisions. Okay. So at times you can even ask, okay, so far we'll talk about this. So what can we agree on? That's what we mean, right? Focus on the other party. We have earned the right to advance by asking their story and our story and collaborating on the two stories, right? We are starting to talk. We are starting to test. We are starting to make decisions. That's the last part. Advance through involvement. Both parties are involving each other in the conversation. Not one party talking, the other party saying nothing. Please remember, in the short term, it is always quite easy for people to move. But their attitude about why they are doing something is still here. They don't like doing it, or they hate doing it, or they think they are being forced to do it. If this is not released, we are just waiting for a time bomb to happen. Cool, everybody? Can? Okay, now, everyone, are you ready for a quick little exercise? Sure? Can? If you say yes, okay, okay. Thumbs up if you go, yes, yes, you want an exercise. Yes, okay. Okay. Let's get a few more, get a few more. Nugget said, Adi said yes, Gamri says yes, Anna, Steve says yes, thank you, Stephen. Anyone else? Anyone else? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yep, okay. I said yes, okay. Let's get 5 more, okay. Come. Yes, 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 yes. Right. All right. No, I'm just going to show you something. Okay. You read it. You tell me how you would do it. Okay. Cool. Now, if you want, I'm going to do this, everybody. Are you okay if I show you this? Okay, I'm going to do it now. I give you 5 minutes in breakout room. You go through it. You discuss with the people in the room. If no one talks to you, you do it yourself. Okay. When we come back, we'll have a quick discussion on this. Okay. So what's happening here? Can everybody up? Cool up? Okay. Right. So this is where we talk about skill. I mean, a lot of my workshops, I like to practice the skill. I like to keep, here I'm doing a lot of the theory together, theory up front with skill. Usually when I do this as a workshop, I always do theory, skill, theory, skills, theory, skills very quickly. Okay. Now, until that, then we all get more computers to do it. Now, what's happening here? Imagine you are the assistant front office manager. John is your superior. So John is the front office manager. Let's say in a hotel setting, right? He's a very dominant person. He usually instructs his team and is a poor listener. The staff are all afraid of him. Last Friday, he told off a new staff in the office behind the reception area. If you do not know most front office, they go to the reception area, their office is actually right behind the reception area. Usually covered, nicely covered. The new staff did not take the deposit of a first-time overseas guest, right? 3-room check-in, and gave them the keys to the room. Although not seen, the raised voice of John could be heard in the lounge area. That's how loud it was. Okay, right. The new staff came to you just on Monday and wanted to resign. Fortunately, you are very good and you managed to get him to stay and resolve the issue with things. Additionally, several of the front office people also came to you and mentioned that what happened to the new staff was a genuine mistake, right? Front office was understaffed at that point of time. The guest with his children and all his family were crowding around. They were making a lot of noise. The check-in process, there were a lot of people, and the person just panicked, forgot to do the necessary. The front office staff also felt John, while wanted to teach a lesson to the new person, went overboard with some of his words, right? Especially, "Are you fucking stupid?" which was loudly heard in the lounge. Okay, and this is not the first time. John is usually hard on all newcomers, and you are the one who does the hiring. Okay, now you want to talk to John on this. So my thing is very simple. We just got to do a quick breakout, 5 minutes. In your team, please discuss. We'll give you a bit more time, right? Just discuss in your team who, whatever you need to discuss, right? What do you think is a good way? Think of SATTED, okay? Think of FEA, okay? Everyone okay? Cool? You know what to do? Yeah, right. Right. So I am going to put, I'm going to put about 12 breakout rooms, 13 breakout rooms. You will automatically create, okay, by itself, right? So please go room, have a quick discussion, right? Come back and, oh no, everyone, pull up. Okay, right. Please, right, if you can, it's a small group, switch on your camera, discuss. Even if you don't discuss, unmute yourself, have a discussion about this. Okay, right. With that, I'm going to put you into a room, right? I'll see you in about 6 to 7 minutes. Okay, you will see a pop-up, just click. You see a pop-up, just click that you accept in the room. Whoever's in the room, please have a quick discussion with them on this role play. You may want to take out your camera and snap a photo of this role play. Okay, I'm going to give it to you 10 seconds to do this quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. Let's do this. Okay. Please accept. Okay, open our rooms. Were you okay?
Yeah, okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Some of you had a good session talking to some friends. All right. So anyone would like to comment on anything? Go ahead. Okay. This is a role play. What do you want? Any ideas? How would you start this conversation? Remember, this is with the superior. Giving you a fairly tough one, immediately starting with superior. Okay. You may want to change the SATTED to SPATED. Okay. You may need to tell your story first, then he tells the story. John. Okay. Anyone? Comments? All of you had a discussion, correct? You said talk about, or it was all silent in the room. So,
Hi, Jeremy.
hi,
Yeah,
Diana.
Diana here. So
Yes.
I think I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
We were in breakout room 13 with Hadi, who has commented. So we from our discussion, like we would wanted to start with something that is less serious first, like from here, me and Hadi have a bit of difference. So for me, I wanted to have a general discussion about daily happenings before going to the more serious part. For Hadi's part, he would want to lessen the situation and start with like something sweet talk kind of things, like complimenting John first, etc. Okay, Hadi, you are invited to comment also on this.
Okay, will do.
Hi, Hadi.
And then so basically what we're thinking of is, once like John is a bit more not guarded or like a bit more relaxed, then we would tell him that, oh, we've heard that this has happened, like the incident has happened. And then we want to hear what actually is the situation from his point of view first, because we only heard it from others, but we are not there. It's not like the direct person who is involved is not there. So, and then basically response from what John mentioned. So there is two options here. John either, while he's telling, he either kind of agree that he is at fault, but looking at the scenario, he would not, because he is like kind of like, yeah, my way or the highway type of guy. So in this case, then while he, if that is the situation, we were thinking that maybe we can rephrase so basically try to tell him by rephrasing that it is not correct, like basically example, or if he doesn't agree, we can tell him that, oh, but I heard that there were improper words also used during the situation, or harsh words. So this is what I heard, and is this true? Like and then depends on what he mentioned. Yeah.
Okay. So depend on what he mentioned, and you move forward from there.
Yes, correct.
So, Diana, if I don't mind, you don't mind me asking, I'm just going to use back FEA first. Huh? Okay. What is your purpose of us having this conversation with John?
To make, basically to tell him that the situation is not correct, is wrong.
Okay, can you please be more specific?
Okay.
Because if you say that, if I'm John, you say that, I'll say, Diana, don't you know that the staff in front, okay, did not take the deposit in? So we have 3 rooms currently upstairs with us with no deposit at all.
Okay.
So, and you know that there were kids in that group that will break stuff?
Okay.
Okay, so please be specific. What are you referring to?
The use of basically the use of swear words.
Okay. So that's a lot more specific now. So your conversation is basically on the use of swear words. Okay. So that's the focus that you want to go in with. Now you can have multiple focus, or you can have just one key focus. My thing is, please be clear with your focus. If you are not clear with your focus, your own goalpost will be moved. Always remember, in difficult conversation, be very frank, the goalpost will move on. Why? Because as more situations come in, you think you are playing football, suddenly you find out that you're playing rugby. You get me? You don't know what exactly will happen. It's because we don't have the full story yet. So that's why I always say, in any courageous conversation, please be clear what is your purpose, meaning define your goalpost. But once you have defined your goalpost, you need to figure out what their goalpost is. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, if you don't mind, anyone who wants to do this, okay. And Hadi, you can jump in. Hadi, are you there? Hadi?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Now, let's do the role play. I'm John. You are you, the assistant manager. Okay, I promise I will not be hard. I'll promise I'll just do what normally a John would do.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So you see me and I go, hi, yeah.
Hey, hi, John.
Hi.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk.
Okay, sounds serious. What's it about?
Okay, I believe that you are the right person for this position. And I heard something yesterday about yelling. Everyone, I mean, our guests all is heard about it. What
Uh-huh.
happened actually?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, because got staff, I mean, new staff come to me saying that you are using a F word to him.
Hadi, to be frank, I use F word at everybody.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, I got it
I mean,
before.
please tell me, what are you talking about?
No,
I
because
mean, you have known me enough, right? I tell sometimes when I'm angry, I tell F word at staff on my, I won't say F word to you.
true. I'm okay with that, but not in front of the guests.
When did this happen?
If I'm not mistaken, got guests from overseas. Came out to do a
Hadi,
check.
are you
Yeah.
mistaken or not mistaken? Please be clear. Check on the circumstances, check on what exactly happened. A lot of overseas guests come into this hotel every single day.
Yeah, the
Things
one
do
that
happen. I
one-
probably say F you to the staff like 4 or 5 times a day.
yeah, I understand that, but our new staff came to me saying that you F word to him about about forgot to get the
Ayo, that one say lah, that one the 3-room one.
yeah true, that one lah.
Ayo, tell me lah, like that, the 3-room one. You know I'm so pissed off with him.
Yeah, I talked to him, but he want to he want to resign. But
Ayo,
it's
that
not
idiot, I want resign, huh?
cannot lah. People cari makan also.
If you
Right
want to
not?
cari makan, then make sure he don't make that kind of mistake.
Yeah, definitely. It's new. Then we can tell him nicely, what?
Mhm.
Correct or not?
So,
I mean, we are
think-
human, ma. If
I
let's say
know you and me, we have been in this industry so long. Sometimes I tak boleh tahan.
yeah, lah, but you know, later
Tak
on,
pakai otak punya.
I belanja you Starbucks lah. No
Okay, that one
problem.
okay. That one coffee.
But just need
again.
more assistance lah. Next time, when guests are around, then we can talk at the back. You know,
Hey, Hadi,
you can,
remember, I'm the superior. No? What you telling
yeah,
me
I
this for
know,
what?
but
Tone
we
down,
work
learn to tone
together.
down, learn to turn down a bit. It's
No,
a
no.
suggestion, never an instruction.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
when we talk to superior, it's always a suggestion. Best that you tell me and I tell you what is possible.
Understood.
Okay. Now, few key things on that, everyone. I'm just because I know some of you may need to go. Okay,
You
but
should.
you want to stay. Okay, everyone, can we just do this now? It's nearly 4:30. Okay, can we just take a group photo first? Those of you who want to go, please, you are free to go. Those of you who want to continue with me for a little bit more, I'm okay. Because I stated in the thing 90 minutes, so I don't want to hold off anybody. So, team, can we just take a quick group photo, all right, before we move forward? Okay, please switch on your camera. So at least you see yourself. Hi. Okay, please switch on your camera, or I don't want to be alone in this picture. Okay, Akma, thank you. Defang, thank you. Okay, right? Diana there. Okay, I did Diana. Okay, everyone, hello. Okay, right? Come. Quick group photo. If you switch on your camera, you'll definitely be in the front. Okay, you definitely be in the front. Right? Everyone. Right, we're gonna do this in a few seconds. Chloe, you are a camera person. Normal, you're the camera person. Right, you take over. Let's go.
Okay, everyone ready? Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, smile. Freestyle. Okay, 1, 2, smile. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, right. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Edmund, who's the Edmund too? Right. So, everyone, thanks a lot for doing that. Okay. Now it's already 5:30. Right. I thank you for being here. Sorry, 4:30. I thank you for being here. For those of you who want to stay with me, you're most welcome. I'll bring a conclusion to this. But no matter what, I can give probably another 20 minutes more. Okay, Max. Huh? Can everybody? Okay. Hadi, are you still there? No.
Yes,
okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, let me just do this, right? Let me just, now, everyone, probably, let me do this. Click the little thing. Okay, if for any reason you want to contact us, okay, this is Aston, this is my number. This is, you can contact me through that, okay, no issue. Or you can contact my team at info@Aston, or if you know Chloe, who's here, or Anne, who's here, please go to them and also ask me to go there as well, okay? So you can get my site now. Very good one. Okay, Hadi, if you're here, right, let's just
Yep.
continue with this now. Did you get me to acknowledge my behavior? In the conversation just now, did you get me to acknowledge my behavior?
Yep, I did.
You did, huh? Remember that
Yep.
part, right? I
Mm.
agreed with you. I said, yeah, it is with the idiot, the one with the tree jack, you know.
True.
You get me now? So that means that situation and the behavior was acknowledged.
True.
Okay. Did you get me? Did I say I used the word fuck?
No.
I say I used the word
Oh,
F
yeah,
multiple
yeah,
times
yeah,
a day
true, true.
lah. So I already said that. So all these are like little bits of things that we go, okay, confirm.
Mm,
When
mm,
these confirmation come, it's always a good idea to become more and more clear with your words.
mm,
Okay?
mm.
You understood in the beginning, I was giving you problems because you never specify what was the situation.
Okay. The focus.
No. Your focus is your focus.
Uh-huh.
State the situation. It could be, hey, John, I'm here to just, wanted to just get your feedback on this. What feedback? John, right, there was an incident yesterday, on Friday, right, whereby there were a little bit of screaming and shouting because what happened was, I heard one of the staff checked in, guest with 3 rooms and did not collect a single cent of deposit. You know anything about that? You're talking about me, is it? If you got that, yeah, I mean, I wanted to check with you on the situation. Right?
Mm.
Now, if you keep quiet and they are the superiors, normally they will continue talking. Make sense?
Yep.
They will tell their story automatically. Now,
True.
everyone, silence is sometimes a very good way of getting people to talk. So if you say it, then they say, yeah, you stop. Normally they will continue, especially if they are the superior.
Psychology lah.
Yes. Make it work. I mean, if they are the subordinate, you say it, normally they'll just be quiet and look at you and smile or look away. You know what I mean? So psychology, because they have position power, they're more likely to continue the conversation and tell you what exactly happened and tell you their point of view. Make sense?
Yep.
I'm not saying it's 100% true, but what I'm saying is the likelihood that they will do it because of position power is a lot higher. If they were your subordinates or someone with less power than you, they are less likely to do it. They are likely to keep quiet. Both are also things that we need to handle. People either go excited, energy, or they bring the energy level down, they go quiet. Both are two extremes that we need to work with. Very extreme means they are screaming, shouting on one side. The other bottom extreme is quiet. They totally avoid you. Okay? You can't even get to see them because everywhere you go, they avoid you. Okay? I mean, this is things that I cover in the thing, whereby I know what happens when this extreme happens, right? Because we cannot control everything. Now, okay, now, once they have told their story, it's time for you to tell your story. So how can you tell the story? You can go something like, John, yeah, based on what you said, so that there were definitely, you were definitely unhappy with the person, right? And but on my side, I heard, and basically, I mean, and this is not the first time. Sometimes when you talk to people, you're very loud one. Loud enough that all of us in the loud area can hear. So for that particular incident, you don't mind me saying, some of the customers were actually looking at the reception area because they could hear exactly what you were saying to the staff. Then I will stop. You see, I'm just being as factual as I can with no interpretation of the situation.
Yep.
Do not bring attitude in unless you know it is safe. It is action, action, action. Action mean, when I mean action here, I mean the situation, the behavior, the fact. You get me?
Yep.
Other action, you can continue. Yeah, but he needs to learn. Yeah, I no, please don't disagree. You can say, I understand where you're coming from. Right?
Yeah.
And another thing, I'm not sure whether you know, right? Testing already. He came in and wanted to resign on Monday. Check and see what happened. Right? John may go to say, I don't care. He's an idiot. Leave. Or John may go, oh, really? Well, I didn't know I have that kind of power on these people. Sensitive, the person. You must remember, dominant. Okay? So, yeah, John, it's very difficult to get people these days. I think, he'd worked with us for a little while. He had made small mistake, but this one really got him. Right? Now, this is where you may want to close it off very quickly and just go, John, right? Actually, what's the best way together we can handle this? That when I start using we, it's not his problem, it's not my problem, it is our problem. You are the manager, I'm the assistant. How can we work with this?